Okay, what we're going to do is give you a quick introduction of the Orderly Room database. As soon as you get it, you're going to open it up. It's going to give you a message. You have 5 days. What this is you need to send us your serial number that will be on this next screen. Each database is unique to that computer that it's on, just like any other software. It requires a license. So you hit OK, and then right here you'll see the serial number. All you'll do is send us that, and then we'll send you back a license key. You'll send that to support@armydatabase.com. Once the database opens up, you'll see there's some nice features there. You have the main menu, easy to navigate, and then also since we're getting more up to date with the times and everything, now you got ribbons that you can use just like many of the other Microsoft products. So you got admin, training, arms room, NBC, supply, utilities, and then some helpful information. So we're going to go ahead and just take a quick look at the admin section. Here you have personnel, awards, actions, finance and leads, evaluations, boards and promotions, and strength management. So we'll show you a quick look at the personnel portion of this. You have various reports, including your Alpha roster, Alert roster, EF&P, Family Care Plan, Education. Then you have personnel data. This is where you'll input all your personnel information. This should be the very first place that you start. Has service data, soldier data, unit data, lost information. Then you got personal information, family and next of kin, EF&P, Family Care Plan, education. Not only do you can track their GT scores and the highest civilian and military ed, but you can keep on tracking the military ed and civilian education information as well. Then you also have the medical information that you would need to keep track of. Right here you can print the current data sheet, and it would only print that soldier's data sheet. Prints all the basic information that you need. And then you can also print all data sheets. Here you have the import data function. So let's just say that you want to import the data that you've already been tracking just to get started on the database. So you can go right here. You can also show and hide fields. It tells you to keep the EIN, that's employee ID number, which is also the same as social security number. Eventually, if the social security number goes away, though, we'll go to EIN. Just hit OK. You can take information out that you don't need. And then you would just highlight the rows, make sure they all match with your spreadsheet, right click, and then you would paste the information in. Okay, then we have the alpha rosters, so you can print out your alpha rosters, counts total soldiers. It's only going to count active soldiers in your database. So if you select a soldier as an inactive record, then it's no longer going to track that soldier. He's just in there for historical purposes. So this will only track soldiers that are physically within your command. Alert roster by section. So you can go down, check for a section, then go ahead and contact those personnel. EF&P information tells you when they're due. Family Care Plan, same thing, tells you when they're due. Let's see. Okay, and then you have daily stats. So this is everybody that's in the database. It just takes that daily stat information that you would need so you can update all their duty statuses for them. And right here's the report by section so you can see who's where. Okay, and then we have awards. Just like S1, you'd still need to track the awards information. You can add as many awards as you want. Click right here on open, and it pulls up in a convenient form for you to look at. You don't need orders number or the orders date, but we suggest that when an award comes back, you go ahead and input the information because it is a tracking tool. So that way, if in case they lose the award, at least you have the orders number that you can go back and let them know, hey, check your orders log, and they can reproduce that award. Right here, you have a routing sheet. So you input the routing information, and then if you want to print the current routing sheet, it'll print it out, and then the admin, CO, the XO, first sergeant commander can all be routed for that information. It puts all the soldiers' information conveniently right there. Then you have pending and completed awards. Actions, same thing. You can track actions, for instance, retirements or anything else dealing with a 4027 or a personnel action. Then you have pending and completed. finance and leaves, you can track all the leave information that you need to. So you just go right down the line. It's got all the information that you would need to track for a lead form. And right here you can see leads by date. Let's say we got people, we want to make sure that the lead forms that the S1 completed them. You just want to double check. Maybe you haven't gotten confirmation that it's been approved yet. I'm going to put in some fake dates to make sure I capture everything, but you can put in the dates that you need. And then it would just show me those specific soldiers with those dates that I need to track. Okay, and then you have other things pending, finance pending, lead pending, leaves that are still open, etc. And then your finance tracker to track any documents that are sent to finance. Here you got evaluations, your eval tracker. Right here you want to make sure that, because this does have include an email function, it'll actually email out the raters and all the personnel that are due an NCOER and let them know when you click that button that they're due an NCOER. So you want to make sure that emails are full. You have a full email address in there. Right here you can track as many evals as you want on the soldier or the NCO or officer. But if you have more than one pending, then you can add more than one down here. Right here you have the officer senior rater profile, where you can track the above center mass, and below center mass, and as many of those as you need. Here you can see you got update drop down menus, so any drop downs that you need to update, you can do that from here. Okay, so you got the eval tracker. So this tells you evals that are due, like here August 2011 got 11 evals due. And then if I wanted to, I just click one of these email functions and it would automatically email those raters or senior raters and let them know, hey, these are due. And on top of that, it will email anybody in this command email form right here. So if you got the first on commander, you want to make sure they get CC'd on these evals that are due, then just put them in there, and anybody that goes in here gets CC'd on the email. Then you have due to S1. So these would be any evals that are currently due to S1 already. Eval standards is what determines if they're due to S1. So company suspense would be 30 days, and S1 at the brigade level would be 60 days, and then HRC would be 90 days. And then you have a lot of the other functions in here as well. Then you got boards and promotions. You got board tracker. If I want to add somebody's going to the board, let's click new packet, and then put any information in here. If you put anything besides promotion, then it's going to count as other board. Only promotion boards are tracked separately to make sure that all those packets are completed, and then these would just be other boards. As you can see, it gets added down here, and I can add as many as I want down there, and then when I want to delete them, I just highlight them and delete them. And right here would be the actual reports that would print out. And as I said, promotions is one report, and then you got other boards would fall into the other report. Here you got strength management. You got enlisted gains. Put all the basic information in there. As soon as you give them an arrival date, they're no longer going to be tracked as a gain. Then you got enlisted authorizations. You can pull this from FMS Web. You can download it as an Excel spreadsheet or a database and just copy and paste the information right on in here. And then you have your enlisted MOSI. Keep in mind though, if you have somebody in your company that's not authorized, and then you would need to add them to the authorization table. So if you know some MOS arrived and you're not authorized in MOS, make sure you add them to the authorization table. Just put a 0 for authorizations, so that way, like this Sergeant Major right here is being tracked as a 0 off, but there's actually 1 assigned. As your basic information, your assigned gains, losses, projected assigned, current percentage, projected percentage, and then your delta, what your plus and minus is for that particular MOS, and then it gives you the aggregate number down at the bottom. And here you have your officer's information. You have authorizations, so you can put all your authorizations, your slotting information based on paragraph and line number. That includes warrant officers. And then you have officer slate, which would automatically have only the officers would show up here. This is coming from your personnel table. So, and then all you do is, if you want to put somebody in here, let's just say I want to delete this one. And then you'll see as soon as I'll hit F5. I need to build in a refresh function, but as soon as I hit F5, you can see how it appeared back here. These are unfilled authorizations. Now I'll come to the next record, and here you got the XO. Take him out. Now I'll put that back. Now let's say I want to make the XO. He's going to be the commander, and then you can see that goes away. So it just makes it easier for you to see what you have that hasn't been filled yet, so you can go down the line. And then right here is your officer slate, and then you can see those 2 personnel get put up here, and then you have one right here. There's nobody filling that position right now. And then, you know, obviously you got the different authorizations. So for this particular one, it's a 12 Bravo authorization. Might not be, just fictitious data. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pause right here. So this will be part 1. And then we're going to go on to the other portions of the database because we're only authorized 10 minutes of upload time to YouTube, so we have to split it out for you. Thank you.